We've all been there, right? You're at the checkout line, maybe grabbing groceries, maybe some medicine, and you get that little jolt of panic for just a split second. That thought, what if my card gets declined? It's a feeling a lot of us have, but we just don't talk about it. But here's the thing, that very personal, very private sinking feeling, it isn't private at all. It turns out it's part of a massive shared global experience, an experience that billions of people feel every single day. And I do mean billions. That feeling is a daily reality for a staggering 4 billion adults around the world. We're talking about people who are unbanked, underbanked, or folks who just live without any kind of financial safety net to fall back on.
There is actually a name for this constant low-level anxiety. It's called transactional stress. It's that worry that buying something as simple as a loaf of bread could fail. And here's the kicker. Just having a bank account hasn't been the silver bullet we all thought it was.
Think about this for a second. While nearly 79% of people globally now have a bank account, a whopping 57% of the entire global workforce is living paycheck to paycheck. 57%, that's more than half of all working people with zero financial buffer for even the smallest surprise expense. So, where do we even begin to tackle a problem this massive? Well, here's our roadmap for this explainer. We're going to look at that universal moment of stress, explore an invisible helping hand, peek inside the AI skeleton that makes it work, see how it can scale globally, and finally, imagine a new kind of financial safety net. Okay, let's talk about the solution. What if technology could offer a helping hand that works almost like a reflex, something invisible that kicks in right at that exact moment of need? This is where a totally new way of thinking comes into play. The issue is our traditional financial tools just aren't built for this. Overdrafts, credit cards, even those buy now, pay later services. They're like using a sledgehammer to crack a nut. They're not designed for these tiny, immediate shortfalls, and they lock out billions of people from the start with credit checks and long approvals. And that's where the big shift happens. Traditional credit is all about your past. MEM Cash is built for the here and now. It's an instant microcredit service that gives you exactly what you need, from a single cent up to $50 without ever needing a formal credit history. And the best part is you're in the driver's seat. You get two simple choices. Option 1, exact microcredit, covers the precise gap right down to the penny. Or option 2, the maximum choice, covers that gap and adds a little extra cash buffer just for some peace of mind. It's all about giving you dignity and control in a really stressful moment. And this whole thing happens fast. We're talking under 5 seconds, using the tech you already have on your phone, like NFC or a QR code. But here's a really clever bit. Before it even offers you anything, it first tries to give you a loan from yourself by checking if it can just pull the missing amount from one of your other accounts. All right, so how does all this magic actually happen? This seamless experience is powered by some seriously cool technology. Let's get a little nerdy and pop the hood to see what's going on inside. Get ready for this, because this metaphor is just perfect. The tech is an invisible financial skeleton. It's a multi-agentic AI system. And what does that mean? Think of it like a whole team of little AI specialists all working together in the background to provide strength and support for every single transaction. So let's meet the team. First up, you've got the brains of the operation. The scoring agent assesses risk with up to 90% accuracy, but it looks at things like mobile top-ups, not old credit scores. Then there's the classification agent, which is like a smart filter, using language models to make sure the credit is only for essentials. And of course, the security agent is the bodyguard, protecting every transaction. And then you have the heart of the community. The Rosca agent helps manage small social savings circles, which builds incredible trust and actually slashes default rates to below 3%. The loyalty agent rewards you for good habits in real time, and the education agent offers helpful financial tips in your local language. It's all about building healthier habits for the long haul.
Okay, the tech is incredible, but a great idea is one thing. Making it work on a global scale, that's the real challenge. So let's talk business. The whole idea is to go where the need is greatest. The strategy is to target places that have strong mobile payment systems but weak financial safety nets. We're talking about pilot programs in Eastern Europe and then expanding to key regions like Nigeria and Kenya in Africa, Brazil and Mexico in Latin America, and India in South Asia.
And the business model itself is super smart and lean. It's called Banking as a Service, or BAS. Basically, MEM Cash provides the AI tech platform, the brains.
And they partner with local banks who handle all the tricky stuff, like licensing and capital. This lets them scale up incredibly fast.
And check out just how efficient this model is. It costs them about a penny per transaction, so they can charge a tiny, flat, transparent fee of around 20 cents. This makes it totally sustainable. And get this, up to 95% of the profits go right back into the system to support users with things like financial education and even zero-interest loans.
So how do they grow? It really comes down to three powerful engines. First, word of mouth through social programs. Second, partnerships with other banks who can offer the service to their customers. And third, deals with stores themselves who, really benefit when every single sale goes through smoothly.
So, when you put this all together, it becomes really clear that this is about so much more than just technology or finance. The real mission here is about building a completely new kind of financial safety net. And their mission is huge, but it's also crystal clear. Build a global financial safety net for at least 100 million people by 2030, empowering them in those critical, everyday moments. Now let's talk numbers for a second. Even a conservative valuation puts this service at over $1.7 billion. And that makes sense because the market is just massive. We're talking over 3 trillion microtransactions every year. And if this thing goes viral, like Temu level viral, the valuation could skyrocket into the tens of billions.
So at the end of the day, it's not really about the loan, is it? It's about building this invisible network of trust. It's about using this amazing AI technology to make our entire financial system feel, well, just a little more human.